Hi, Myra.
Hey, Andrea.
Welcome back to episode 8 of Chisme con las Primas.
Happy Monday.
And happy 4th of July.
Yes.
Which is tomorrow.
No.
When
yes.
Ya vas a empezar otra vez, Myra.
With the wrong date.
So, grab your coffee. Come join us. We're going to start off with some chisme.
Let's get started.
My sister-in-law was caught sleeping with her boyfriend, and the mom, suegra, just stared them down.
Hold on, what?
My sister-in-law, so her brother's sister, was caught sleeping with her boyfriend.
Oh.
And the mom, which is her suegra as well, just stared them down. I would be fucking mortified if my mother-in-law walked in on me and my husband. If my mother, I don't even want to think about that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Dude, what would you do if your suegra walked in on you and Jose?
I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah. I'd be mortified. No, I feel like his mom would probably laugh. Like, I would be embarrassed, but I feel like it would be a less blow than if my mom walked in on me.
I think it'd be the same as my mother-in-law and my mom.
Yeah.
That's so awkward.
Yeah, that's awkward.
That is so awkward.
God.
I don't think I'd be able to look at her.
She stared them down like, ma'am, I'm naked over here. No me mires. That's crazy.
I mean, does she open the door, stare them down, or quickly shut it? That's awkward. Because if
if you're staring them down, you're there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what they're doing.
She was watching. She's a peeping Tom. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. I'd be so embarrassed. Especially if there's no covers and you're butt naked when they're opening, depending on what position they're doing at the time. Oh my God,
could you imagine?
And she opens up the door. Oh my.
And then you make eye contact while you're like getting hit from the back.
She sees her kid's bare ass. Oh my gosh.
That'd be, titties going.
That would be a funny comedy though.
Yeah, no. See, like,
I'm a visual person.
Yeah, you're picturing it.
Yeah, I'm picturing it right now.
I feel like JC's mom would be like she's totally like the mom from Mean Girls, and it's like, I'm not an ordinary mom. I'm a cool mom. What do you need? Do you need condoms? Remember when she walked in?
Oh, yes.
That would be his mom. For sure. 1,000%. I'm pretty sure.
See, no, that would not be my mom.
I would be embarrassed, but
that would not
that
be.
wouldn't be my mom. My mom would be like, ¿Por qué estás haciendo esas cosas en mi casa?
I don't think my mom. Oh, well, you're talking about. Well, it depends on the situation. How old you are too, though.
Yeah, even as a grown ass adult, even if I was married and my mom walked in, I would still be embarrassed.
I don't think my mom would say anything because I think my mom would be too embarrassed and shocked that she just saw that too.
My question is, were y'all not making any noise?
Why isn't the door locked?
That too, but like, were you not? You're having sex. Like, you're gonna hear
maybe
noise.
It's like a quickie. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. And she like just walked in.
Just walked in, but they should have locked the door.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you lock the door? I don't know.
Oh
wow. My gosh. That's. What would y'all do? That's crazy.
I'd stay away from my mother-in-law for a while.
I wouldn't be able to make eye contact.
No, like, I'd be so embarrassed.
No me mires, por favor. Okay. I guess a little of both. I'm in love with my cousin's cousin, not related to me at all. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, because I was like, what? A la prima se la rima.
She has always brought her around since we were little. And I knew I always felt some sort of attraction towards her, but always told myself I was weird for it because we are both females. Oh. Her and I have only dated men in the past, but I know there's something there. We're both grown now, and I don't know if I should say something to her, but also I'm scared that I will lose that friendship if she doesn't feel the same way. Help. What?
Oh.
Like, why are you just staring at me?
It's like a novel. She should say something.
Yeah.
She should.
Even though it means risking that friendship.
That's true, though. But what if she feels there's a connect, but then what if the connection's just on her side?
No, but I agree with you. I think she should go for it.
Yeah.
I think that you know, I mean, I can't talk about it because I'm straight, so I've never had that of needing to come out and not coming out to my family. So it seems like neither of them are out because they've both dated men. But I feel like if you feel like there's something there, why not? Why not tell her something? And what if she does feel the same way?
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all can both come out, or you build this beautiful,
but why live with the what if?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Find out.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you do lose the friendship, then you know.
Then there's no friendship there.
But even if she's straight, let's say the other person's straight, and you say, hey, I like you, like, do you feel the same way? And they're like, no. Why couldn't there still be a friendship? Maybe not.
I think there still could. Yeah.
So I think you should do it.
You
shouldn't live with the what if.
No, I think she should do it too.
Yeah. Life is too short, girl.
You never know. Oh, let us know.
Oh my God, yes. I would love a follow-up. That's like, once you do it, I would like to know what happened, good or bad. Like, I want to know.
Hopefully all good.
Yes.
Because that would be so amazing.
I'm rooting for you. That'd be a good story. Oh my gosh. That would. Somebody else said, help me get prego. I ain't got a penis.
Yeah, I need more to that.
Yeah, like, are you? So first you need a man.
Yes.
Then he has to ask me. I'm gonna give you a play-by-play.
Help me get pregnant.
Like, you're having like fertility issues, is what I'm getting at, or do you need us to find you somebody?
I mean, I would hope they're with somebody, because the world is too crazy, but it could just be somebody saying, I want to get pregnant without having a relationship.
Yeah. Hey, that's not crazy. I've seen like people on TikTok that are like, I'm ready for a relationship, but I can't find anybody who is. And they go and do like implantation, and they have themselves.
No, you're right. They do that.
Well, first, I would say if you're like really serious about it and you have a partner, I would go get both of you checked. Like, this is what me and my husband did. I had my appointment. I got blood work for everything done. JC had to go squirt in a cup. He did his like sperm count and all of that. So he got checked. He also got blood work and stuff. So we both got like thoroughly checked. I had to get an ultrasound through my OB. Get off birth control if you're on birth control, of course. Because they have to check that like your ovaries are good, you don't have any cysts, that his counts are good. And for us, everything looked good. We just couldn't get pregnant. And then after that, I would tell you, on Amazon, they have like these kits. I don't know if you've seen them, but they have like these, they're like LH and HCG testing kits. And I bought those, and you actually have to download the app and you track your ovulation, but you have to be so consistent about it. Like, you have to take it like in the morning and like in the afternoon or something. You dip it in your urine, and then it tells you the level. You take a picture with the app, and it tells you where you're at. So it tells you when you ovulate.
Oh, okay.
Because what I actually learned was that I was ovulating a week later than what the app was originally telling me. So I was having sex when it said I was ovulating, but I wasn't actually ovulating until the next week.
I don't know.
Yeah. That we would need a lot more. And then if you can't get pregnant, there's other options, of course.
There is.
We were about to start IUI, which I've never told anybody about.
IUI? Mm-hmm. Is that like IVF?
Yeah, but it's like a step before. So it's not like as invasive as IVF.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's still like intrauterine insemination. So they would take like his sperm and they would put it like directly inside of me to make sure. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
wrong,
I think you're right.
We were about to start that. I had called. I got the information. I was like crying my eyes out. Because I was like, wow, like, how is this possible? Like, I can't get pregnant. I'm so young. Like, yeah.
A lot of women take it hard.
Yeah.
The majority of women take it hard.
And for me, it was like my mom had 5 kids, no problem. My sisters, my brothers, like, they all had kids. And it's like, why can't I?
And I think that us as women, we give ourselves a hard time because we compare ourselves to every other woman. Yeah. Well, I'm young. You know, she's having kids. Why can't I have kids? Yeah. But that's when we need to remind ourselves we're all different, and it's okay.
Yeah, and then you have a friend that like a guy winks at her and she gets fucking pregnant like that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And you can't, and it's like, fuck, you know. But you
there's
a lot of options, girl.
There is, but it's always good to ask for help. Ask a doctor for help.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
We didn't talk about it. So for me, like, I didn't know who to tell. I couldn't tell my mom. I couldn't tell my sisters because I was like embarrassed in a way because we don't talk about it. Like, it's not talked about in our entire family.
But you shouldn't be embarrassed. That's
I know
the
that
thing.
now.
Yeah.
Like, then I did bring it up and I told my mom, like, I had trouble like getting pregnant. Like, it didn't happen for us when we tried to get pregnant. Even like my sisters, like I told them that. And now I'm comfortable talking about it. But then I wasn't because we never brought it up in the family.
Why? Why do you think we don't bring it up? Or why do you think
same as
moms or women get shamed or kind of looked down on when they're not popping babies left and right?
Because a lot of people have the mentality of you're a woman, that is your job, is to have kids, to have multiple kids, you know. Why wouldn't you want a big family, especially coming from a Hispanic family? Like, why do you just want one kid? Why can't you just keep popping them out? And that's always been the mentality.
Yeah, I think that's why it hit me hard when I wanted at least 4 or 5. And now that I'm set at 3, like, that's it. No more. Yeah. I had a hard time coming to that because I'm like, I wanted that big Hispanic family. Yeah. Why can't I continue to have more?
And I think that's also why we have no problem asking women, when are you going to have another?
When are you going to have
no? We didn't think anything bad of it because in our mind, it was already registered as it's a woman's job to have kids. So when are you going to have a kid? Not thinking that, you know, it may not be possible for them to have kids, or it may take
you
them
don't know their
longer.
Struggles. You don't know their situations. And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
For sure. Oh. Yeah. That's a rough one.
That is. Well,
that's funny that you said that. I used to want like 6 kids. Like literally, I wanted a huge family.
I did too.
Because I came from a huge family.
Yes. I was thinking more Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like, you know, whenever we would all come around with our siblings, I wanted that.
And now that I'm like at 1, I'm like, I would be okay having just 1 if that's what like God wanted for me. But I would like to have at least another one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to have single.
Yeah, that's what I don't. I grew up as the only daughter.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I don't have sisters.
Yeah.
And I see my son and I want
a brother for him.
I want a brother for him.
Yeah, but at least he has like cousins his close age.
He does, but at the same time, it's not the same.
Yeah. For sure.
So that's the thing why I was like, oh, I want more kids so that way they can rely on each other whenever I'm gone.
Yeah. See, JC didn't get that because he was an only child for a long time. And for him, it's like, I didn't grow up with anybody. Like, I'll be fine with like 1 or 2 kids.
Yeah.
And now he's like, let's pop him out 1.
Let's keep going.
What? You crazy.
But yeah. So good luck. If you want to tell us a little bit more, maybe we can help you out more.
For sure. I'm not embarrassed or scared to talk about my situation. So if you need to reach out to me, I will talk to you privately, of course. Just us.
Same, yes.
This next one's a really long one. So put your listening ears on because I'm not repeating it.
Okay, sorry.
If you need me to pause and like you respond, you can respond at that time.
Okay? Ready, focus, go. I'm focused.
My suegro has been living with us for 2 years now. He immigrated from Venezuela and had to start from zero. I was sympathetic to it because I understand how tough the situation is now. In those 2 years, my suegro has caused problems left and right. He is an old man, but chismea más que una señora.
I feel like most men.
I'm going to make that a shirt for men because there's a lot of men that are fucking chismosos.
Every man. If you go into a man's workplace and you're like a fly on the wall, I guarantee you.
Fucking chismoso.
More than us.
Yeah. Okay, back. Also, he is beyond machista.
Oh.
You're a machista and a chismoso? Damn, dude. Pick a struggle.
For real.
Last year, my husband and him got into it because he flat out told me that the man is the one who runs the house. My husband quickly put him in his place and said that we both are equals in our marriage.
Correct.
My suegro did not like the response of my husband and he was forced to apologize to me. This week, he overheard a phone conversation that I was having with my friend and I was joking that I couldn't wait to leave just my husband and me so I can just be free to go as I please at home. Were you really joking though? Because I feel like that's how you feel. So it's not really a joke. Well, the next day, my suegro asked me about the conversation. I simply state that my husband and I barely lived together a year before living with him. He got offensive and said I should just tell him if I want him to leave. I said that was not the case at all, and I did not mean it in any offense. He doesn't listen and go on and on. To end the conversation, I say for him to think about when him and my suegra first got married. They've been divorced for over a decade thanks to his infidelity. Oh, shit. I explained that just like them, they lived their honeymoon phase alone. Sorry, I scrolled and got lost. Before having kids. Conversation over. Hours later, as I'm cooking dinner, he comes to the kitchen to tell me that he called my husband and told him about my phone conversation with my friend and what we talked about because he felt like he was being attacked. I simply asked why he didn't just come tell me instead of running behind my back to my husband. His response, tú no entendieras porque no eres hombre. At this point, I am seeing red and go off. Luckily, my husband comes home not too long after. He says my facial expression he sees my facial expressions and says he can tell I'm fuming. He diffuses the situation and talks to his dad. My husband makes him apologize again and once again explains to his dad that our marriage is very different from the old days in his country. Here, there is no man of the house or el que manda. Am I the asshole for wanting to kick him out already?
No.
I know very well he has enough money to live on his own, but does not have a car because he is stingy and borrows my husband's car instead. I know for a fact he's not used to women that are independent and don't wait on men hand and foot.
He has to go.
I need a drink. That was a long way.
He has to go. Especially, they're newlyweds. Mm-hmm. They're living on their own. And then he comes into their house, into their marriage. So he's not only interfering with their home, he's interfering with their marriage.
Their whole life because he has to buy a car and stuff.
A house is supposed to be your safety for you and your husband and your family.
Yeah.
When you're home, you feel more relaxed, more at ease, more at peace. But she's coming home and being attacked left and right by him. Yeah. She's not comfortable at all. He has to go.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the situation of him living with y'all and y'all giving him a place when he first immigrated from Venezuela. But you said that was 2 years ago. I would have quickly put a timeline to that because before he even came, I would have been like, okay, what's your plan?
Yes. Like, especially if he's financially able to live on his own. You're going to start
working, you're going to save up, you're going to get your own place and move out. Like, how long do you think that's going to take you? I would not have given him more than a year.
No.
At 6 months, I would have been like, all right, like, how are you looking financially? I know it takes a lot longer to save up, of course. But I would have been like, how are you looking? Like, we're almost to a year. Like.
And I think it's good, too, that her husband
backs her up.
Yes. That's
Kudos
the good thing.
Him.
But he needs to send his dad somewhere else.
Yeah. I really respect that your husband puts his foot down and, like, you know, reserves your space. Well, you said no woman of the house and stuff like that, but respects that you and him are like in a marriage. But he also needs to understand that and be willing to talk to his dad about, hey, can I help you find a place?
Yes.
Hey, how can I help you so you can find
because obviously
get a car?
The son has talked to his dad over and over about, you know, his comments and everything. The dad is aware how they run their house. Yeah. Yet he still thinks he's okay to give his 2 cents in there.
Yeah. I feel like if y'all keep him there, it's gonna drive a wedge between you and your husband because it may drive a wedge between the husband and the husband and the dad's relationship. It's time for him to go.
It's too toxic in there. It's way too toxic. You're not an
asshole. You are not an asshole for wanting him to kick him out. Like I would. Yeah. Do it, girl.
And I mean, he's divorced too.
For infidelity.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to talk on my relationship when you couldn't even keep yours?
Exactly. And I mean, the good thing is that there's no kids involved either. Because imagine having kids living there and hearing that.
Yeah, like if you have a boy, he's going to want to raise your boy like that. And
yeah.
Why is your boy over there doing chores?
Like, don't help your mom. That's your mom's job or something. No.
Yeah. Like, don't go in the kitchen. That's your mom's job.
No, kick him out.
Throw him out the door,
Respectfully.
Girl. Respectfully.
Respectfully, but he has to go.
So the last one that they asked us was, how do you plan to break generational curses for your family?
That's a good one.
So I feel like that's what we're doing now because we're openly, like that was a huge part of us starting this podcast, was being open and honest about what we're experiencing and willing to talk about those things. and knowing that you don't have to follow the same paths, the same everything as,
and
I
think the first step to breaking the generational trauma is it starts within us ourselves, is admitting that something's not right. That
reflecting on our past.
Yes, it's okay to think differently. It's okay to say, hold on, that wasn't okay. It's okay to question it. It's okay to question it and have your own opinion and see what's the correct way for you that works for you.
I feel like you can look at this like a ton of ways. Like if we talk about us personally, I think that by breaking that is allowing myself to love myself and making time for myself and not sacrificing every bit of me to provide for my family and to make sure my family's happy. Because I mean, my parents killed themselves working for us, and I don't want that to be me. You know?
Because the generational curse and trauma is just, it can be a little bit of anything.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, some of the things is, for example, the mental health isn't talked about in the Hispanic community, or at least a lot more in a couple years. It was just in the past years, you just didn't want to talk about it because it made it seem like something was wrong with you.
Yeah.
But then as we started getting older, and like we said, talking about it, is we finally admitted, hold on, it's not okay to kind of keep this in the background. Like we need to talk about it within our families, which kind of brought me to talk to my parents of, something's not right with me. I need help.
Yeah.
I feel like that was my first step on breaking that part of the generational trauma.
And by you doing that helps you succeed as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, because you're able to be more open with your children and you're healing that part of yourself. Because I feel like you can't break generational traumas if you aren't working on healing yourself.
No, that's what I'm saying. It all starts with you. Yes. It starts with you. Anything. With anything you want to do.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of it too, like, we love our parents. We love our parents to death. But there is things that we know, oh, well, they did that. Like, that's not healthy. How they were raising us, that's not healthy. When they talk to us like that, that's not healthy. And being able to talk about that with them in a not disrespectful way.
No.
But bringing that up so that,
having a healthy conversation.
Yeah. Because you have to break those habits.
Yes.
Like, my mom, I always bring the same thing up, but it's what it is. My mom got hit. I got hit. Am I going to keep going with that? Am I going to hit my daughter now and then she's going to hit her daughter and just because, I was always raised like that, so I'm going to do it. No.
But you realize that's not how you want to do it. So you're breaking it. Yeah. You're breaking it right then and there. Then the first step is you realizing it. So I think that's where we are, is we're realizing a lot of these things aren't right. So then what can we do to bring it to light, to kind of change things up? And that's why when we say, if we're doing something wrong, of course, tell us. We want to learn, and we are open to advice too. Because, like I said, we don't know what we're doing.
But I don't think you should live your life just copying what the other generations have done. Oh, they've always lived like this, so I'm gonna do it. They've always worked a 9 to 5, so I'm gonna work a 9 to 5.
Yes.
They've always raised their kids like that. I'm gonna raise my kids like this. Like, you have to think about what you want for your family and be bold enough to stand up for that. And to follow through with that. It's it's so much, that question. Like, we could make a whole freaking podcast about how we would break the generational curses.
The generational traumas within.
Yes, because they said, how do you plan to break generational curses for your family? So, like, if we're talking about generational curses, no disrespect, right? But in JC's family compared to mine, in mine, I've seen aunts and uncles who we all know are in unhealthy relationships but have stayed married for their kids.
Yes.
My parents, to me, I've always seen a loving relationship between my parents. I have never in my life growing up did I hear them argue. They wouldn't argue in front of me. They wouldn't talk about certain things in front of me. For me, I grew up being like, wow, that's love. Like, if my mom got home late, my dad would be cooking. If, he'd be cleaning. It was both ends. So that's how I saw it. Now, if we're looking at uncles and stuff, it's like, dude, that guy cheated on you. That guy did this to you and you're still married to him, blah, blah. I feel like we're breaking that because if JC was supposed to, if he did that to me, bye.
Yeah.
I'd be out the door. So if I'm comparing my husband's, in my husband's family, there's a lot of divorce. There's a lot of separation. A lot of his family isn't with their significant others for whatever reason. And they have like different husbands, different boyfriends, different, So it's very different for me. But I feel like JC's breaking that generational curse because he's in a healthy marriage. His mom isn't.
He doesn't want to follow that same path.
His mom isn't. His grandma isn't. And no disrespect, right?
No, not at all.
They're not in, married. They didn't stay with their first marriage. And JC's breaking that because we are now in a healthy relationship where we respect each other, where we are faithful to each other, where, we're doing this for our family, but it's also healthy.
Yes, rather than I'm just sticking with it for the kids.
So if we're talking about it in that aspect, we're breaking that generational curse of, divorce and separations. Or with like our family, like I don't want to speak on it, but I feel like if some of our cousins knew that their parents were, not faithful or they're in an unhealthy relationship, then they're more willing to stay in an unhealthy relationship because they also saw that growing up. So now you're not breaking that generational curse.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really speak.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like there's so many aspects of generational curses that we could be talking about.
Because in my home compared to Jose's home, it's very different. Very different. And he's choosing not to follow in that path of divorced parents, healthy relationship, rather than just arguing. Me with my parents, I wouldn't say it was healthy or unhealthy. I think it was pretty normal marriage. Your arguments, you're working too much, you're too stressed, you have your arguments here and there. But I think the thing that I did value from my parents is that the way they are now is freaking beautiful to see. And that's and I feel Jose too is also seeing my parents in the state that they are now, because he has also seen the grumpy side of my family as well, and him seeing where my parents are, he'll be like, that's how
I want to be.
Yes.
And you learn from that because you're like, okay, what were they doing then that they were like that compared to what they're doing now and why they're like that. But yeah, I think it's just that's a hard question.
That is, we got so off topic with
marriage.
No,
but I think it's all generational curses. Like those are all generational curses. It's like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about mental health? Are we talking about like financial? Do you want financial freedom, or are you going to be like our immigrant parents that, they didn't really have investments? Are we going to break that that curse? Like by curses, I think it's more of that. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong.
Talk to us more. Whoever wrote that down.
Yeah. Like specifics. Like what? what?
What?
Like a damn
Maybe they're like, well, we want to know what you're trying to do. That's what we're asking.
I think the big one for us was self-care. Working on us. Working on ourselves. Loving ourselves.
That's how it starts first. To break anything.
To be open about talking about stuff and not feeling embarrassed to hold things in. Did you do your self-care for the week?
I did. I journaled.
Yeah?
I did.
What?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I will be completely honest. I don't know what. I know it's a full moon coming up. A lot of people aren't into this, but yes, you cannot tell me the moon doesn't affect us because it sure as hell does. I watched this video of this girl explaining it.
I'm not saying the moon doesn't affect us. Was there a full moon all week from last weekend
to building up to it? The moons are in different phases here, okay? Anyways, I was very emotional this past week. I was very just not myself. So I didn't. I'm not going to lie, I didn't, because I wanted to distract. What was that? It was the dog. We'll say it was the dog again. I wanted to distract my mind from how emotional I was, so I didn't. I'll be flat out honest. I didn't. I will be better this week. I will. The full moon is about to pass, and it'll be better. I promise. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you for journaling and doing your self-care.
I journaled for like one day.
This girl, this El pinche burro hablando de orejas trying to criticize me.
Gosh. I was off this week too.
Yeah, I was so emotional. I wasn't myself.
And I actually wanted to call you Thursday. I was gonna call you because I'm just, you're my therapist.
I've been crying
and
all week.
I'm not good mentally, and I wanted to call you, but then I'm like, I don't have fucking time.
Yeah,
I didn't find time.
Yeah,
but yeah, this week no. I journaled one time and it felt great, but then after
La pinche luna, I'm telling you. It has to be. There's no other explanation. And this always happens to me when it's like about to be a full moon. It's
really,
I get super emotional. Yeah.
I was emotional last week. I didn't cry. I'm more frustrated at myself because I know what I need to be doing.
Well, when I'm frustrated, I cry.
I usuly do too. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just been an off week.
Yeah.
Like really I know what it is I need to be doing. I say like we said, we need to get rid of, or not even get rid of, but not have so much caffeine.
I know, and I said I wasn't going to do that, but I needed it so bad this week.
And that's what we say all the time. Yeah. And then our anxiety shoots off, which makes everything else unbalanced. So I've been so off this week.
I didn't start drinking a lot of coffee until we started doing this podcast.
For real, me too.
Like, it's so bad. I know. I'll be better this week, I promise.
We need to.
I'm going to do my self-care.
Well, I was going to order us this journal that we were going to start doing. I say we because I signed you up for it. And hopefully we make time for it.
So I asked people on there, I said, how do you take care of your mental, physical, and emotional health? Because it's kind of something we touched on last time. Somebody said...
What?
Gym days and clapping cheeks.
I mean, whatever works for you.
I could see that though. I could see that because, like, you get sexually frustrated. It's like, come on, dude. Like,
so you go, you work out, and then you go.
Yeah, you have all this energy.
Oh my!
I cannot.
That's good therapy right there. That's that person's therapy sessions
for real. So. How you feel? Okay, let me stop.
What?
I was gonna be like, he's like hitting it. He's like, how you feeling? She's like, I'm feeling good. Sorry. Okay, so the next one says, I see a therapist 3 to 4 times a month or as needed. Therapy has been the best thing for me from a very strict Hispanic family. I go running in the mornings to get my day started, and I treat myself with my favorite food at least once a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. Are you a psychopath? Who goes running? I always think that JC's a runner. I am not.
You think psychopaths are runners?
Yeah, I do.
Runners are psychopaths, I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Because I can't breathe.
Because you can't breathe.
I'm just not. My heart. I need to strengthen my heart. But that's good that you see a therapist and that you are breaking those generational curses and going to therapy, even though you came from a very strict Hispanic family that probably does not believe in therapy. You go, girl, guy.
And therapy is amazing, guys.
Yeah.
Therapy is amazing. And there's a lot of help out there.
Yeah.
Even if you have no insurance, there's a lot of help out there for therapy that will. I know one of them in the area, LifePath.
Yeah.
Collin County area, LifePath offers therapy and everything like that. I think you just, I don't know if it's income based.
I don't know, but if you're ever feeling some like trigger warning, I'm sorry, but like suicidal or anything like that, you don't need insurance. You can go to the ER.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the ER and you can walk in and tell them how you're feeling. They'll get you an evaluation and everything, and they will find you placement even if you don't have insurance.
And there's a lot of nonprofits right now.
So many.
A lot of nonprofits that help with mental illness. It just sucks that, government can't do a better job with it, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's a whole different topic for a whole different day.
Somebody else said mental, breathing and grounding. Physical, shopping, emotional.
Nice.
Oh, physical, shopping. Emotional, a good cry every now then feels amazing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, grounding. I have to do that.
What do you mean grounding?
So like
you're grounded.
No.
Does that feel good
like
when
I
you
have to
say
take
it?
off my shoes and walk
Oh.
outside. Like grounding yourself with the earth, grounding yourself with your surroundings. Oh my God, this girl. Like, I think that's why I love to walk barefoot so much, is because it makes me feel grounded. And when I have socks on, I feel suffocated.
I started feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I let Addie, she's barefoot everywhere.
Yeah, Amelia too. Well, now that she has her Crocs, she likes to put her Crocs on. And
yeah.
all the time, but yeah.
But I heard that there's a lot of people in Australia too that prefer just to...
It's better for you. It's better for kids under the age of 2 to walk around barefoot because it helps. That's like a whole different topic, but it's a lot healthier for them.
We should try that. But you can't do that in Texas though.
Why not? Early in the morning, if you go outside and sit down with your coffee, you put your feet on the grass. Late at night.
And that, yeah. Other than that, but you only have like a small window here.
Right now, yeah. But like when I lived at my mom's, I was barefoot all the time outside.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Jason's like, why your feet look like that? Excuse me?
Look like caveman feet.
No, I have really cute feet. Just don't look at the bottom. Oof. You wrote, we are our worst bully.
Oh.
What do you want to clarify? Or
we are our worst bully.
What's your meaning of that?
We can... And speaking for me, I'm my worst. Yeah. I can say one of the most horrible things ever to myself.
Yeah, you criticize yourself the most.
Very much so. And I need to stop that.
I think it's because we have such high expectations for ourselves that when we don't meet it, we talk down on ourselves so much.
See, but right now, what you just said, that is, I want to have like that strong mentality where I do not... Because we are, in my opinion, I feel like we're our worst bullies, worst enemies because of the shit we tell ourselves. Yeah. But then knowing that, I still get somewhat upset whenever other people say things about me. Yeah. Or, the criticism that I get from out there. But I want to get to that point where I don't.
Do you know why? So you know how growing up, they'd always be like, no seas mensa. Ay, mensa, levanta eso. When we talk,
and they always call me mensa.
When our parents talk negatively to us, we start thinking that about ourselves. So now as grown adults, our inner voice is negative because that's how we grew up.
And that, I don't know why you said that. That reminded me of me and your sister Marisol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mensa.
Yeah. And I kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, let me be
playing around.
Like, it's so funny to act like the pendejada blonde, porque soy la burra.
Yeah. And you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're really smart. But, we grow up with being told that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I do my affirmations with my child every day. And I will tell her while I'm doing her hair, brushing her teeth, whatever it is. I literally say it every day, like whatever. I'll be like, I am beautiful. I am happy. I am smart. Yes. I am kind. And I will say all of these things to her because, she can't repeat them all right now. But once, she's older, I want her to say those things to herself. And I have to remind myself to not, certain things that I tell her, like, I don't want to do nicknames like, ay, ven gorda. Ay, ven flaca. Because that also harms us without knowing it. And that's how we grew up. Because in Hispanic households, you get a nickname based off of your appearance.
Yeah. I call your sister fea. You're not fea. You're beautiful.
You used to call me fea.
But y'all are beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Fea de cariño.
Yeah. But growing up, when we're so little and we hear that stuff, we start to get very self-conscious about ourselves because of that.
But then the older we get, what we say to ourselves is a lot worse.
Yeah, but
a lot worse.
Yeah, but I'm starting there because that's where it starts. Voice.
Yeah.
So now that's what we say to ourselves in our head. We are our worst critics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me, I think one of the things that I've struggled with the most what I started doing a couple weeks ago is I'm really hard on myself. What woman isn't body wise? Mm-hmm. Really hard on myself on that aspect. It's fucking hot here in Texas.
Yes.
And I want to wear shorts.
I want to walk around naked.
I can wear shorts.
Yeah.
The person that's stopping me from wearing shorts is myself.
Yeah.
Because I'll put shorts on and I'll be comfortable, and then I'll walk past the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, se me miran el cellulite, los stretch marks, y no sé qué. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and then I end up changing into pants and I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was going to the bathroom. I'd go to my bathroom, and when I'm changing, like me encuero toda.
Mm-hmm.
And I start like what you said, but what do I love about my body?
Yeah.
That, and I'll look at, the stretch marks, the cellulite, and I'm just like looking at it in a different aspect rather than what society's telling you.
Because you can hear it from other people. Like, I always tell you, I love your hips and I love your body shape and I love this about you.
And I'm like, yeah,
and
no.
you're like,
no.
because you have to accept that
yes.
yourself. I'm so bad at like receiving like compliments that I'm like, oh no, or oh no. Like I try to like, oh no, I'm not that special.
Is that what I'm the same way, but with Jose, he'll be like, oh, you look beautiful today. And I'll be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
And then he'll get mad. He's like, what the hell? I can't
tell you look ugly. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm
yeah.
So horrible. But that's what I've been that's what I've been doing, and it's been helping.
Good.
It's been helping.
That's awesome.
And my daughter that's what I hate too, is she sees my insecurities and she'll be like, Mom, you look great. Just wear the shorts.
Yeah.
And then I'll feel so bad afterwards because it's like, what am I, like you said, from back,
what
it starts when they're, what am I reflecting onto my teenage daughter?
Yeah.
That's what's kind of an eye opener too. And I don't want her to grow up
critiquing herself. Like
yes.
That. Yeah. But you're working on it.
I am.
Good.
I am.
Good. We are our worst bully because we tend to bring out all of our insecurities, our imperfections, everything we don't like about ourselves. Like, I always sit on this side. Why?
Because it shows your best.
It's my good side.
Yeah, it's your good
That's
side.
what I say. Because I don't like this side of me. We are, and JC will be like, dude, it's the same thing. Like, you look beautiful on this side. You like, and I'm like, no, like for me, like I see myself a certain way, But.
And I think once we get over that first huge stage of, like you said, taking your power back by loving yourself, everything else will kind of fall into place, because then the outside noises will no longer matter.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I mentioned before, after having my child, I literally didn't give a shit what I looked like. Like I had so much love for myself. And I think that's why, for me, it was like, okay, I had a daughter to show me how to self-love, show me how to love myself, because I want her to love herself. And I don't want her to grow up the way I did, always, critiquing yourself.
Yeah. And
I think it's good that I had her older, because I am more knowledgeable about that, and I'm more self-aware about myself and why I am the way I am, that I don't know. Like, I didn't start working out because I wanted to look better. I just started working out to be healthier.
Yeah.
But I loved my body. I love my body, I should say. Even though I got post-breastfeeding tits. And yeah, breastfeeding took my butt. No, pregnancy took my butt. I was flat as my back.
Flat as my back.
Yeah, for real.
Surfboard.
I had a long back. The long and all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and now JC, he'll like walk in on me and I'm like about to get in the shower or whatever. I'm like butt ass naked looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, wow, okay.
I see the little mountain forming right there.
I got a little say. Yeah, but definitely can't be our self-bullies. Can't bully ourselves, guys.
We can't. We need to do better, be better. Give ourselves some love, some grace.
For sure. Another question. Something huge I wanted to talk about because it's been so heavy on my mind. Do you believe people can change?
Yes.
You do?
I do. And I say yes because I've changed.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of my change and growth. That's why I say it a lot. I was a very nasty, horrible person.
Yeah.
And this is
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just
yeah, but this is well, you saw some of my ugly sides too. This is coming from me, my working within myself. I was a very nasty, horrible person. And the person that I am now and the growth and the change that I've done within myself, it sucks to have somebody tell you, no, you're still the same. If some, you know, like those people doubting you, no, you're still the same. Or
but do you know why they tell you that? Because they're projecting.
Whatever may be. That's one thing I'm learning too, is not to focus so much on why people say things to me, but more of how I accept it, how I react to it. Yeah. I wouldn't want somebody telling me no, you know, because I have changed. I do see the growth within myself. So I think I think people do change. People do have the right to change. And that's something that this society doesn't allow. Yeah. They want people to change, but when they do change, they don't allow them to. Oh,
you're fake. You're not the same anymore.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Or you're just hiding it really well. Or just, I don't know. I just always, people do have the right to change, and people do change. It's my opinion.
I'd be a huge hypocrite if I said people don't change.
Exactly.
I used to have a hard, because of personal things I've been through, of course, I used to have a hard time believing that people changed, or that they could change. But because I surrounded myself with those people, that I kept getting screwed over by these people, that I'm like, oh, people never change. They're still the same shitty person. But now I can't say that, because I have changed. I've changed a lot. Like, that's why I say, like, if you knew me before I had a baby, you don't know me anymore. Even a little bit prior to that, if you knew me, you don't know me anymore, because I've changed. I've evolved so freaking much from who I was. Yeah. And grown. I've matured a lot, I should say.
Yeah. Each phase you went through, they knew you within that phase. Yeah. But if they didn't continue to grow with you, that's where you stayed as far as they knowing you.
And I feel like everybody changes, but we're all on our own path.
Our own timeline. Yeah. And some people don't. Some people don't.
Some people change for the worse.
Some people do change for the worse. But those that do want to, I think those that show that they want to change for the better, why not help them out? Yeah. Instead of bringing them down. Why not help them out and say, you know what? Even if there's days, because there's times where, I fuck up and se me sale the old Myra here and there. Yeah. That's okay. We're human.
We used to talk mad shit about family. I'm not even gonna lie.
No.
We used to talk mad shit about family.
That's what I'm saying.
And not like in a informational way, not in like, let me just catch you up on the what's going on. Like, let's talk shit about
just to talk shit. Shitty people.
Yes. Because we weren't happy with ourselves, and that's why we did it. And I acknowledge that 1,000%. And now you wouldn't catch me being disrespectful to someone, talking shit about someone just to talk shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I would like people to help me out and continue to allow me to grow and not just shut me down and say, oh no, you're still the same. Because like you said, the people, how you grew up and how you were in the past, that's how you were in that moment in that time.
But do you know, you said you don't really think about like people projecting. You don't want to think about that. But that helped me a lot. That helped me a lot to realize that a lot of people project what they are going through and what they are feeling onto you when you're doing good, to make you feel like you're not changing, like you're the same person, because they're projecting that shit, because they're not happy with themselves, that they can't let you be happy with yourself.
I think I'll get to that, but my mind has to be, my mentality has to be a little more stronger so that I'm able to overlook their words and see, oh no, they're hurting. They're hurting.
So for me, I'm not saying that I care about what other people say, because I don't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, do I have a molecule?
No.
Oh, maybe it was a hair. I felt it like tickling. Yeah. I was saying that I now tell myself, oh, like they're projecting. But I don't care what they're saying to me, because I know who I am. And my family knows, my immediate family knows who I am. My husband knows who I am. That's all I care about.
Yeah. There's some days where I'm like that. I can be strong and be like, no, I know who I am. you're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it doesn't faze me. But then there's other days where it does get the best of me, and I'm just like, fuck, that shit hurt.
Yeah. And of course it's gonna hurt when it comes from certain people. Of course.
That shit hurt. But no, I think people do have the right to change and should get the opportunity to be given a second chance.
But because they want it.
Yes. Not because you're forcing it on them. But if they want they'll change.
Mm-hmm. They'll change.
Support them.
Do you believe in people getting second chances?
Didn't you just ask me that?
No, I said, can people change? Second chances are different.
Oh.
So, like, if you're asking...
Second chances?
Yeah.
I guess it would just depend on the situation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you're willing to give those second chances to people?
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no, but it depends on the situation.
Okay, I can see that.
It's too broad of a question for me to kind of be like, if they cheated, I don't think so. But then again, I think we talked about it the other time. I don't know until I'm put in that situation.
But I feel like if you're giving anybody a second chance, it's because they fucked up in some shape, way, or form.
Oh, second chance. Well, yeah, because that goes along with changing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think you don't think so. I mean, we kind of. We fucked up within. We fucked up and.
See,
look at us where we are now.
I
so
guess
then
it's situational.
We'd be hypocritical if we say no.
Yeah, I mean, I meant it like if you're asking the old me,
but we're not.
Chances, I know, but I'm saying like, if you're asking the old me, if I give I'll give you second, third, fourth, fifth, walk all over me. I don't give a fuck. Disrespect me, like be fucked up to me. It doesn't matter. I would give people second chances at my own expense. It didn't matter how it affected me mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, I would give you a second chance. Like, no matter how fucked up of a person what you were, even if you didn't change, you had made no chances, I would still give you another chance. Again, and again, and again. And now, if you're asking this new me, I don't. I put myself first. And I distance myself from those people. And yeah, I'll give you a second chance as in, I love you. I'll talk to you. You know, if you need anything, I'm here. But I'm not going to give you a second chance to where you get access to my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to give you another chance to disrespect me.
No,
I don't care if you've changed. I don't care if you're a wonderful person. I don't care if you're doing so good in your life. Good for you. I'll be there if you need anything. But for us to have that relationship again, where I'm at right now, no. No, I can't.
I think for me, it would depend on what's the situation, and then two, who the person is too.
Yeah. Well, like old best friends that I've had that I was super close to. I mean, like super close to. Like, you wouldn't see me without seeing her, you know? And I would give her chance after chance after chance, no matter how fucked up, like how many fucked up things she did to me, how bad she disrespected me, whatever. She would never take accountability for things, for one. But like, I would give her a chance again and again and again. And then it got to the point where I was so fed up, I just cut it off.
But did you notice she wasn't wanting to change?
Yeah, she wasn't changing.
Yeah.
And now from what I hear, she's an amazing person now.
Well, then what would you do with somebody that fucked up, one of your, best friends fucked up, but wanted a second chance to be able to get to back to where that relationship was, and that person's really, really important to you?
I can't.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I have a friend who I was very, very close to.
But wouldn't it be the same? Like, if your siblings, if you got into a huge argument with your siblings, could you not, like, if your sibling fucked up?
Yeah. I would say, I would give them a second chance.
But would it be the same?
No. I wouldn't be trusting of you. I wouldn't tell you anything. I wouldn't be inviting you places. We wouldn't have that bond again.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying right away, okay, you get a second chance, let me tell you.
Would I be willing to do stuff for them like that again? No, because I'm putting myself first. And I don't care how selfish that is.
Oh, no. That is not.
Yeah. I am putting myself, my feelings, my emotions.
I think a lot of people need to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I myself need to learn how to do that.
Because didn't matter what I was doing. You need something. Okay, I'm dropping it. I'll be right there. And I have to catch myself even now when I do start to do that. I'm like, Oh, no. I got to put myself first.
You be doing too much for people.
You know why? Do you know why? Because me and my grandma were really close, right?
Yes.
Like so close. And I took everything she told me so personal. I mean, so personal. That's why I was a virgin for the longest. Anyways, the one thing she would always tell me that would always stick with me was always see the good in people.
Yep.
Always see the good in people. And that is what fucked me. I mean, thank you. She made me have such a huge heart for people, but it fucked me up because no matter how many times they fucked me over, I would try to see the good in them and try to be like, oh, it's okay. It's okay that they've fucked me over because they're a good person right here. They've done this for me. They make me happy. And that screwed me up growing up.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need to pee so bad.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Can we go? And we are back.
Yes.
You okay?
Woo! I feel better.
Myra has an affirmation for us or motivational quote that she would like to.
I don't think it's no, not motivational.
Just a quote.
Just a quote.
Okay, go for it.
Pensamiento del día. Don't judge on my Spanish, guys. Los barcos no se hunden por el agua que los rodea, se hunden por el agua que entra en ellos. No permitas que lo que sucede a tu alrededor se meta dentro de ti y te hunda.
English, please.
Los barcos basically it's what they're saying is you don't
I get it.
Think if you don't allow the negativity in your mind.
Yeah. You think based on what you let in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I get that.
So that's my thing is this week, let's work on that.
Yeah.
Is allow.
For sure I need to.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking because of the emotions, I was allowing myself to, that I was negatively thinking.
I had this friend who also she was going through a difficult time, and her therapist told her to look at it as in, she's in a car and all the people around her that are just
zombies.
No. All the people that are just, all the toxic that she's just surrounded by. When she was told whenever somebody is about to enter, allow, in her bubble to just pretend like she's rolling up, the old school windows. Just roll it up, and then it'll just hit the window and bounce back off.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's truly based on us and what we let in.
We're the one that allow ourselves to drown.
In every single way of your life. It's what we allow. We have complete control of our life.
We do. That's why I catch myself saying, so-and-so made me feel like this.
Yeah.
I have to be like, no, you know what? They didn't make me feel anyway. I chose to feel the way.
Yeah.
So it's all on us.
Yeah. Next week, we will be talking about love languages. So if y'all want to look that up ahead of time, I don't know how familiar people are with that. A lot of people don't know about it.
No.
Because I didn't know about it until I was like deep in my relationship, that I was like, why aren't you showing me that you love me the way I want to be showed that I'm loved? Yeah. So that's a really, really good topic that I've been wanting to talk about. So definitely take y'all's time, look up your love language, look up your husband's love language. Like, I think once you start reading, then you start thinking about everybody else's love language.
And you'll see how different it is.
And you'll start appreciating them in a different way.
And then you also get to let your partner know that.
Yeah.
Which your partner doesn't know, because y'all are probably loving each other the way y'all would want to be loved, not them themselves.
You haven't accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, happy Monday, guys. Thank you for coming back and listening with us again for another episode
of Chisme con las Primas.
We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and
YouTube.
Subscribe
and like.
And share.
Yes,
comment.
Share.
Come talk to us, guys. We're friendly.
And make sure to go on the Survey Monkey.
Every week, new survey.
Those of y'all who have written in for the Chismes, and y'all have an update, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
We'd like to know.
Get an update. Want to know. But yeah, have a good Monday, guys. Stay safe for 4th of July. Please don't blow up your hands. Let me tell you.
Have a fire extinguisher ready too.
Yeah, make sure you water your grass before you go blow up some fireworks.
Especially if you're in Texas, it's too dry out here, too hot.
If you have dogs, keep them inside. Give them some CBD treats because they will run and take off. But be safe, everybody. Have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.